What is up, you guys? The team bringing you finally some Mass Effect Andromeda multiplayer. I just need to switch to my other controller, and also plug in my headset. I think maybe. Am I ready to start? Oh. So I don't know if I can use that. Can I? Okay, so I won't be able to control it with this controller. Alright, so no mic for this. At least I don't think. Use my other controller. So I haven't recorded anything in I don't know how long, like a week or two. So that means I also haven't had anything to post on YouTube for about a week or two. For that, I apologize. I've been kind of in a slump due to, I don't know, just like it's coming close to the end of the semester and I'm not feeling all that great. Like, everybody else is graduating and stuff, and I'm not. And mind you, I've been in school for quite a long time. I've been in school for 6 years so far. Like, I should have graduated 1 to 2 years ago, but I kept changing my major. So yeah, it kind of makes it hard to like really want to try. But like, I should be graduating, or I should have been graduated by now. Like, this is just like, you know, it's like how hard am I gonna try? Really, it's like I'm just burnt out at this point. I need you to kill him. So yeah, that's what I've been dealing with for the last couple of weeks, is basically being burnt out. I have like some stuff I'm supposed to be doing, like a paper, and usually what I do, I mean, paper's not due until till Friday, and it's Saturday, so I got another week. But it's like I'm losing my motivation for school right now, because I'm also going during the summer as well, so there's no time off. Not really. It's like, get off of me, you piece of shit. So yeah, it's like not a lot of time off. It's like you go from one thing to the next. Oh shit. Oh god. Wait, how do you switch weapons again? Because I really forgot. Okay. I don't remember how to change my weapon. I really don't. Oh god, I haven't played this game in too long. I need you to not shoot me in my ass. So like, yeah, well, I'm trying to get to some form of like activity or of doing something that allows me to basically try to get somewhat back into normal for what normal is for me. Usually it's doing YouTube stuff and school stuff. So that's what I'm gonna try to do. Holy shit. That's how you change weapons now? Or that's how you change weapons in here? Or has that always been like a thing? So yeah, this is basically what this video is. It's also one of the rare times where I actually do some form of commentary, like what usually the videos are about are supposed to be. Like, the idea of a commentary is you have something to talk about, some story or something. I usually don't, because I usually just do commentary on the game I'm playing, and whether it turns out to be awesome or not, which, again, sometimes it's not, I'll admit. Because, like, sometimes I get, like, too focused on the game. But in this case, this is actually about just school stuff, you know? And also, I mean, it's in a way, it's kind of like an update thing, in a way, because like I have a badge for E3 to go to E3, and I've gone to E3 like five or six times now, and this one could be one of my last E3s because, well, like, I don't know if I talked about this before, like, but when I graduate, I'm gonna actually get a job, like a real job where I have to actually work and stuff. So like YouTube will probably be over for me by around this time next year. So I may not get another chance to go to E3. And I was talking to like my mom and my sister about it. I was like, I may not go because of just for personal reasons. And I was like, it's like everything that has gone on in like last couple of weeks has really been like interesting, and not in a good way of interesting. So it's becoming like this like weird thing of, well, I can do this, and then like now, like I just had another problem I had to get sorted out with my school, because basically they had told me I didn't have any like financial aid for the summer, which is weird because I never got the full amount to begin with because of my late registration. So yeah, all that stuff was like, oh, I'm not going to be able to go to E3, and I should be able to go to E3 this year. I always want to go to E3, and like not going is like a real big deal because it's like one of the few things I actually get to do. But if I don't, I'm already going somewhere in like May, like the first, second-ish week of May. Which I don't know if I'm gonna like record any of it, because as you guys know, I'm not like a vlogger or anything. That's not like what I do. Like, that's never been my thing. Mainly because of like I don't like doing like showing my face on stuff like that. Because like when you show your face on stuff, when you want to get like one of those jobs where people, you're not supposed to be actually known in a way, like where a job where it thinks that if you do stuff like this, you're like weird or something. Which, hey, that's their prerogative. But like, if I want to have a job outside of YouTube, which YouTube isn't my job, it's just a hobby, and like things where like I get angry and start like cussing and stuff, I don't want people to be able to match that to a face. Like, it's okay just to be a voice that people hear and no one knows what you look like. And it's like when you make those connections, people do tend to treat you differently. So to keep that, it's like it's a personal thing. It's like you don't want people to see you and at certain times and take that as who you are. And again, with your face and stuff, it's like, oh man, this person might not be the right fit for us. But that's a different story altogether. Need to get some more ammo, and I really need to take this stupid like full like sprint. My sprint doesn't go off unless I tell it to. But yeah, this like the past, like, hell, this whole year has been quite the adventure. And again, like I said, not in a good way, like at all. It's just been an adventure, one after the other. Something's bad, something's worse, something's actually decent. Like, it's not, nothing's all bad. It's like nothing can ever truly be all bad. But yeah, just trying to get readjusted to get something back into some form of normal, because I haven't had normal in a while. So yeah, I don't know if I'm going to E3 or not. It kind of depends because it's an expensive trip. Let's be honest. E3 is not a cheap trip. Even if you get a batch that for free, it's not a cheap thing by any means. So yeah, it's that, and I will be going to Washington and Oregon, like the first or second week of May, which is really cool. Like, I've never been there, and it's kind of one of the places I want to move to once I'm like done with college, which again, that's like a year from now. So yeah, I guess it's less of a channel update, more of a life update in a way. And again, I rarely do anything like this anyway to begin with, but I guess it was more of I needed something to talk about. So, because it's like just stuff you have on your mind that, even if I never upload this, it was something to get off my mind. And it was good to actually, because I haven't really played a game, like played a game. Like, I've streamed like a couple times in the last like 3 weeks. And I think it's been like 3 weeks since the last time I actually streamed anything. But yeah, it's like, rarely do I just talk. Like, I used to have a series that I started with Thinking Out Loud. People didn't really take to, well, some people liked the series, some people didn't. I know some people misunderstood some of the stuff I was talking about. Like, it was one of the videos I did was talking about if Valve is really just an average game creator, and like somehow like somebody was like, you think that they're average, like that means you don't want Steam or any of that. I was like, I never said they were bad developers. I said they're bad game makers, or they're average game makers. I didn't even say they were bad. They're just average, you know? Like, there's nothing wrong with being average. Especially like when Valve has made such large contributions to like gaming in general, or like the buying of PC games. And like to the fact where like even Microsoft now is gonna start planning on being more like Steam. It's like, which that's a good thing. There's like nothing wrong with it. But the point I was getting to is that Valve are their games, like people give them a lot of credit for their games, and it seems like maybe do they really deserve it though? It's like that was really what I was getting at, and sometimes people don't understand that. But yeah, I was like, yeah, I haven't done that series in a while, and maybe I'll bring it back. Maybe that'll be this. I don't know. I just needed to talk, and maybe in doing so, get back to some semblance of normality. I want you away from me, because you are gonna hurt me. So yeah, me trying to be my normal, super talkative self. That I'm people don't know this, but outside of YouTube, I actually talk a lot. I mean, not a ton, but I talk a fair bit. And with YouTube stuff, it's always been weird. Like, when I turn on something to record, it's usually different. But however, when I stream, it's also different. Like, if I'm streaming and I'm talking to like a friend or something, it's usually different than my videos. And also, it really depends on how late it is. Like when I was recording Final Fantasy and I did it in like a stream, I was recording to a pretty late time at night, and to the point where it's like I was like just so relaxed, and really by relaxed I mean I was tired, that not like a fake persona per se, is just I'm not myself, not really. When I'm recording or something, it's just that I'm not my full self, I guess. It's like maybe because I've never truly been comfortable by doing that, because again, just like kind of like with the face cam stuff, like you can never be your true self, and that's maybe some people can. It's just a me thing, which totally believe it. But yeah, I was like, I'm not usually my 100% myself, because my personality is an interesting one, and not a lot of people can always get my sense of humor. Because I mean, a lot of people say that, and they're usually wrong, and I could be wrong. It's like, I'm a very sarcastic person, and people actually know, most people don't know me well enough to know how sarcastic of a person I am. Like, I'm an asshole. If you know me well enough, you know I'm an asshole. It's kind of who I am. And at some point in time, I actually decided to try to be more of an asshole. That's how much of a douchebag I truly am. I'm such a douchebag. My goal, my New Year's resolution one year was to be a bigger asshole. I mean, who the fuck does that but an asshole, right? So, yeah. And again, still, like, tapering everything because, well, people are so easily offended, or then you're not supposed to say certain things on the internet, whether it be offensive or not, because most of the stuff I say isn't offensive, because I'm not an offensive person. I don't try to be offensive. But yeah, it's like, I was just like in public, I've never truly myself unless I'm at home or around family or something like that, and that's only certain people. But I mean, yeah, like, it takes a lot for me to be me, and usually it's if I'm talking with a friend that knows me well enough, or I'm tired. Apparently, it's like, eventually it's just, well, I mean, shit, if anybody's watching this far into anything, they won't care. So yeah, this is just me rambling for what, 17 minutes. Call that a video, I guess. I don't know. I just needed to do something, and I hadn't had a chance to actually play the multiplayer yet for Mass Effect Andromeda, and I've been missing playing in Mass Effect Andromeda. So yeah, I hope you guys enjoyed this ramble fest. I mean, I don't know what else to say, but if you enjoyed, feel free to like, comment, subscribe if you're new to the channel. And for more rants, and not really explanations of explanations, you know, because I'm terrible at explaining things. I'm just a weird person, just gonna put that as is. Some people don't mind my personality, some people hate it. But yeah, again, if you enjoyed the video, you know what to do. I'll see you guys next time. Ice King out.